Problem number 10 asks us to find the angle measure or measures that make the following statement true. We want an angle between 0 and 360 degrees whose sine value is equal to -1/2. We're essentially working backwards. Instead of evaluating a trig function given an angle, now we are going to find the angle that has that trig function value. We know that sine is negative since we are given that the sine of theta is -1/2. Remember, all students take classes. So in quadrant number 1, everything is positive. In quadrant number 2, sine is positive. Quadrant number 3, tangent is positive. And quadrant number 4, cosine is positive. Since we need sine to be negative, sine would be negative down in quadrants number 3 and also quadrant number 4. Therefore, we have either an angle that is going to rotate and end in quadrant number 3 or in quadrant number 4. Now, remember that sine is our y value when we are in the unit circle. Therefore, the opposite side or the y value is going to be -1/2. Our hypotenuse is always 1, and we've worked a lot with these triangles. This must be a 30, 60, 90. That means that the other side happens to be the square root of 3/2. We could find that other side by using Pythagorean theorem, but by now you should just recognize those triangle sides. And in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, opposite the small angle is 1/2, or opposite the 30-degree angle is 1/2. That's how we know that this angle in here happens to be 30 degrees. So now we can know that our reference angle is 30 degrees. We need to find out what angle starts on the positive x-axis, rotates counterclockwise, passes 180 degrees, and stops 30 more degrees after it. Or 180 plus 30 degrees is how much? That happens to be 210 degrees. Or what angle starts on the positive x-axis, rotates around, and stops 30 degrees away from 360 degrees? Or what is 360 degrees minus 30 degrees? It happens to be 330. Therefore, the angle measures that have a sine value of -1/2 are 210 degrees and -330 degrees.